Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS method and BORSOG trading. If you're new, a very warm welcome and welcome back KS family, and please note I don't have WhatsApp or Telegram. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth and positive excellence in the process. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently up 0.18% to 16,555. Ethereum is up 2.36% to 1197. As crypto technical analysts, we first mark up our charts with the CTKS method to determine market structure. Then we look beyond the charts into the main markets, collecting probabilities, seeing how cross-correlation occurs. Then we whip back inside the crypto market, finding the market's focus. But before we buy or sell, we must master emotional control. We must kick out the dictator of fear and install courage as our leader, because if we don't have courage, we'll buy and sell at the wrong times. It's a very powerful understanding to get on the right side of the percentage, and Rule 7 from the Masterclass, buying creates profits. I'd like to show you some trades on WaxP. I find WaxP a really pretty cool crypto. The first time I went in and bought $499 just here, and sold, buy on red, sell on green, and made about 11% profit the next time. And just explaining, what does all this actually mean? Why isn't there just one buy and one sell level? It really depends on the depth inside the market, and it depends where your order is. Your order can get fractioned, or it can be buried under a lot of other buy orders in this particular case. That's what causes these fractionating fills. Okay, just to explain. So all of this added up to $499.9470. It's actually just this 500 recycled, and that was sold at $568. You can notice that took a couple of days to actually do, and that was a 13.68% return. Now the really cool thing is I just used the same $500 to get that profit and that profit. And over the span of literally 4 days, it turned out to be a near 25% profit from just rolling over 2 trades. Keep this in mind when you're actually buying and selling. You can do incredibly well by rolling your funds over. Just to remind you, this is the same money, the same $500. For example, on the 20th, I bought. On the 22nd at 11, I actually sold this position. Then I came in at about 2 o'clock on the 22nd and sold it on the 24th for this. It's the same $500, but it made a 25%, near 25% return in just 4 days. And this is the power of the masterclass. There's so many ways, so many different ways to buy and to sell. But before you buy and sell anything, it's essential to have real wealth and positive excellence. Focus on the process and not on the money. If you focus on the money, you'll actually lose money. And unfortunately, that's what retail does. You can see the retail mindset on the trading floor, or the dance floor, as I call it. When prices go up, everybody's happy, and no wonder those paper profits are getting really, really fat, like a Christmas turkey. And then what happens? Paper profits take a nosedive and everybody else runs, except for smart money, because they're always on the right side of the percentage. They're always recycling. They're always getting in and getting out. That's the power of trading. And all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. So it's incredibly important that investors learn how to trade. If you do not know how to trade effectively, you'll be losing money. It's just a guaranteed outcome from the market. Investors have a superpower. They can hold through anything. And traders have another superpower. They focus on buying and selling very, very effectively. And you don't have to be one or the other. You can be an investor and a trader simultaneously. That's what all professionals are. The markets have been really tough recently, and this is over the past 4 days. You can see just how effective trading can be. And you can see the annualized return on investment if you kept on doing this every 4 days, but you don't have to put that kind of stress on you. Because we understand that we control the trade or investment, but the market controls the return. And returns are always based on your active learning, the intersection of your knowledge and your courage. And the market penalizes blame and gambling. So it's important to approach the market from a scientific perspective. And that's what we do each and every day here. And doing your 3-dimensional daily risk management code, your buy on red, sell on green code, is a way to show the market that you're paying attention. You're seeking to understand how the market is moving. And basically, the first is just, where do you think the market is going? Don't consider the upside first, consider the downside first. That means you're paying the market respect. Then think about how your portfolio could get hit from a down, neutral, and up perspective. And then lastly, consider how synchronized in with the market you feel. Do you have the Midas touch? Is everything turning to Bitcoin? Or do you have the Medusa touch and everything is dropping like a rock? And why does that occur? Why does this desynchronization occur? It's because of institutions. Institutions are always seeking to desynchronize every other retail and otherwise investor and trader. Please be aware of this. And well done to everybody who puts in their BORSOG codes each and every day. You're awesome. And we have such an amazing global family. I'm just so appreciative for each and every one of you. And people were reading the markets really well. Our community is all about active learning, sharing and encouragement. And well done, Kacharia, 10% in a few hours, you legend. And well done to everybody who picked out Rules 621, and Purpuratum said it well, red buyer, green seller. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. To understand what happened to the crypto market, we must understand the main market. And we can see that the VIX, the fear gauge of the stock market, has been coming down. That's put upward pressure on prices. We can see that the dollar has been falling, easing pressure on gold, increasing bond prices and putting pressure on yields. We can still see oil is in a downward trend, and junk bonds are registering risk-on behavior. Go junk bonds. We also saw the dollar come down, but it went pretty much flat from the time of yesterday's video. It got to this smart money support level, this buy level, at 105,663, and it abated incredibly well. We have a lower buy level, a lower support level at 105,357, and one down further at 104,113. The concept here, we're still under resistance in the DXY, but if the DXY starts to break out from that resistance, it's going to hit the stock market and crypto with negative momentum. That's why it's green when it goes down and red when it goes up. We don't want it to go up, at least not right now. And since the last video, we've seen Bitcoin basically get trapped in a range. It went up a little bit, it went down a little bit, and it pretty much went sideways as well. You had the whole kitchen sink in there. Ah, sorry, Elon. And what are we seeing happen here? Bitcoin is seeking to get above this smart money resistance level, this smart money sell level at 16,649. Come on, Bitcoin, you can do it. When looking at the resistance level above Bitcoin's price at the moment, apart from the 16,649, and Bitcoin is currently trading at 16,555. What we can see is the smart money sell level is at 18,687. And there's another one, 19,634, and much stronger ones around the 20,600 level. So just keep this in mind. Of course, we've got our smart money resistance level playing in just above Bitcoin's price at 16,649, and we have smart money support levels down at 13,895. Always have your BORSOG strategy buy on red, sell on green strategy in play at all times. It's really important to know how all the markets interconnect. And moving across to total crypto market cap, we can see that we're under two smart money resistance levels crypto-wide. Current total market cap is 788.84 billion, and when we look at smart money resistance levels, we see one at 799, another at 808, yet another at 840, and some strong ones starting to play in around the 866. When we look for support, it's about 707, which is about 10% down from where we are now. And we've also got smart money support at the $673 billion mark. Please let me know in the comments, where do you think crypto will go and why? This is all part of your active learning, and the market rewards active learning. When we look at the longs and the shorts, we can see that definitely people have been coming in to buy the dip. And what do we see about the shorts? They're not quite sure. They think that they might be going up. There's a little bit of positiveness in this, in terms of the shorts actually increasing their positions. But the concept is, it's pretty much either way at the present time. Over the past 24 hours, we've seen the short get hit, the longs get hit, and the shorts get hit as well. You had a mixed bag in there. And we can see the total liquidations are very, very light on the ground, only 47.38 million across 16,503 positions. It's like a Sunday. It's very, very light volume. And across the past 24 hours, about 62% of total liquidations have been short. 12 hours, about 52% short. The past 4 hours, about 58% long. And the past hour, about 72% long. So the shorts and the longs are just trying to figure out which way the market is going. And we can see it's very, very low liquidation volumes at the moment. The greatest gainers in the top 100 across the past 24 hours, BNX, GMX, XRP, BTT, HT, XEM, and Tron. I said recently, a couple of days ago, that often you see pairs that look very similar in terms of the name. I often wonder, do people here say something like, oh, buy GMX, and somebody says, okay, I'm buying BNX. I think this is actually happening. It's way, way too coincidental. And looking at the greatest losers, we see Arweave taking out pole position, but not really down much. Ape DCR, Chili CRV, Axie, and Immutable X. We know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. What does this actually mean? It means your beloved alts, their fate is tied to Bitcoin. And I hear some new time viewers of the channel would say, Ken, you gotta be crazy. That's not the case. Bitcoin, my crypto is completely independent of Bitcoin. Not quite. And I'll show you why. And we see this a lot. When Bitcoin sells off the blue line, just keep your eye on the blue line. What you actually find is that the majority, about 99% of cryptos, move with the directional bias of Bitcoin. Not in the same percentage term, but generally higher on the way down. So more sell-off in the alts than Bitcoin, and more rallying in the alts rather than Bitcoin when Bitcoin comes up. This is what makes the alts just awesome for returns and for trading. And we can see BNB moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity, but put in an absolute surge recently when the Fed came back and said, oh, I think we're going to back off increasing interest rates, the federal funds rate, as much as we have. We can also see XRP is currently stronger than Bitcoin. Go XRP! ADA is just a little bit weaker than Bitcoin's gravity at the moment, as is Doge. Matic is just basically coinciding with Bitcoin's gravity, as is DOT. But look at Litecoin. Litecoin absolutely and utterly took off. And that's what we absolutely love about the alts. But please bear in mind, when Bitcoin decides to take a leg down, this is the kind of behavior that you get with the same alts that overextend Bitcoin's gravity to the upside. You must be aware. Looking at the next top 8, we can see Solana. And Solana has been very, very badly hit with the FTX contagion. But that doesn't mean it can't have its little rallies, because we know no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. And even though Solana looks like it's absolutely melted, and it hasn't exactly rallied, it has melted. You can see the overlay of Bitcoin's gravity. Solana is obeying it, even so. It's a little bit easier to see on SHIB the correlation between Bitcoin's directional movement, and this is directional correlation, to SHIB's price. It's just following it. Tron is acting with a bit more strength. Go Tron! Uni is also acting with a bit more strength, but not the same as Tron. AVAX is just literally following Bitcoin's gravity. Link is showing some strength at the current time. Atom is just coinciding, and XLM, Stellar, is looking like it's got a little bit of strength. Maybe it wants to party. Please let me know your favorite cryptos in the comments, and they don't have to be any of these. There are 4 stages that all investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable and lead a happy life. Zone 1 and Zone 2 are the fear zones. Zone 3 and Zone 4 are the courage zones. There's an enormous difference between Zone 1 and Zone 2, where people get buffeted around by literally everything. They want certainty, no such thing. And in fact, the institutions always pull the rug on certainty, get people to buy at the top and to sell at the bottom. That's how they make their money. In Zone 3 and Zone 4, and that's where we are as a community. We focus on probability, on rules, on learning, and on courage. We're not entitled to anything, because that's Zone 1. Zone 4 and Zone 3 is all about working hard for something. It's a little bit like if you turned up to a job and you said on your first day, I want to be CEO, and you're just, say, 18 years of age, that may not happen unless you're Caroline and you date Sam. But generally, it doesn't happen. Success is always hard won, and if it's not hard won, it's given back very, very quickly. Sam Bankman-Fried is a very good example of this. Came from nowhere, became the richest in his age bracket, and now is completely and utterly broke. Unfortunately, for some strange reason, entitlement has become a mainstay. People are getting stuck inside Zone 1 and Zone 2, and this is not good for anybody stuck in there. They're hellful zones. They're stressful zones. They're times when people just get continuously frustrated, and they don't realize that actually ditching entitlement and going into learning and courage and ditching fear is the actual solution. Basically, an easy way to test this with entitlement and gratitude cannot coexist. And responsibility and entitlement cannot coexist either. Hence, if you're responsible, you're dedicated and committed, and you have gratitude, you are not in Zone 1 or Zone 2. You've made it into Zone 3 and Zone 4, and unfortunately less than 5% of the population gets there. So if you want to be a true winner, aim for Zone 3 and Zone 4. That's a wealth that can never ever be taken away from you. Zone 3 and Zone 4 wealth is a wealth that stays with you. You can never ever lose that. And nobody can take it from you either. It is the place to be. A good thing to talk about in the comments, please let me know what you find useful about KS Zone Analysis, this Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4 framework. I'd love to hear your comments. In Zone 1 and Zone 2, the predominant positive affirmations are in fact negative affirmations. They're disempowering and not life affirming, life destroying. That's why we have the CTKS Creed. All of these positive affirmation statements are Zone 3 and Zone 4. They're meant to empower you. We all get setbacks in life, so it can be quite attractive for people to think that the world is against them. We reverse this concept by saying, I know the universe wants me to succeed. When people are in survival mode, which is Zone 1 and Zone 2, it's very, very difficult to do anything but get into conflict with other people. That's why we have a set of behaviors that we do each and every day, and this comes from the CTKS Creed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. When people think from a very, very negative Zone 1 and Zone 2 state, it's easy for people to think, oh, I missed the boat. It's all over. I'll never get another opportunity. That's why we have the third line of the CTKS Creed. I know opportunities and life reset daily. There's always a chance to begin again, and the time for that is right now. When people are in survival mode and when things are very, very hard to come by, it's hard to come by success if you're just trying to survive, because you'll feel like you're in deep, deep competition with other people. By definition, survival is it's literally that person wins or I win, and there's no middle ground. That's why we have the fourth line of the CTKS Creed. I am worthy, I go slow to go fast. Over the long term, you can accomplish anything. If you put in the hard work, dedication, and effort, you will succeed, undeniably so. Ambitious people tend to want to rule the world. This is a very empty occupation to progress on, and actually you're much, much better by starting small and scaling. That is the key. Build strong foundations, which brings the next line of the CTKS Creed. I start small and scale with BORSOG. Don't go into the market with leverage. You will blow up your account, guaranteed. And the other thing with leverage, you never own the underlying asset. It's a derivatives contract. That's why we always buy at spot, because we actually own the thing. We can transfer it off exchanges. We all get pullbacks in life, and there's no pullback without a forward thrust in life as well. And the more pullbacks you get, the more progressed you will be in life as well. That's why we say, life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. There's a really big myth that the rich become rich because they don't do any work. They can just laze around a pool. This is fantasy. This is not true, and this is not how the world works. Instead, the CTKS Creed tells the truth of wealth and riches. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. It's really important to keep your eye on the prize. Keep progressing no matter what you do. If you have family or friends who could benefit from positive excellence and what we do here each and every day, please introduce them to our community by sharing a video. We'd love to see them here. We have one of the best communities on YouTube. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.